People ask me why you are giving lectures for free. Why can't you add a join button with a minimal cost? When you are making 100 plus videos for a subject, and that too a technical subject, engineering subject, why can't you take a minimal charges from the students? And I always say no, I will never. And the reason is very simple. My dad used to tell me when I was a kid that it is very bad to say no to a person who actually needs it, rather than giving 10% free of cost who can afford it. So if a person is there who cannot afford education, and if my videos are reaching to that person, this video is meaningful for me. My efforts are meaningful for me.
Hello everyone. Today we have VAISHALI ma'am from KIT group. So hello ma'am, welcome to the channel. Can you give us
Hello.
a brief introduction about yourself?
Okay, sure. Hi. So, hello everyone. I am Vaishali Kikar. I am Assistant Head E-Learning Department at KIT Group of Institution. Also, I am an assistant professor there. So I am from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. And if I talk about my education qualifications, I have done my BTech from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technological University and MTech from DTU. So it was in the signal processing branch.
So how did you decide after BTech? Generally, students are confused whether to go for MBA, whether to go for job, whether to go for masters, MTech. So how did this motivation of going for MTech, and how did you then prepare for the GATE exam? So tell us about your journey towards preparing.
Okay, so when I was in BTech, like all other students, I was also going for placements, and I got a very good company that time, Qualcomm. I was placed in, and that time I don't know what happened. At the end, they discarded the BTech students, and they only selected the MTech students actually from our college. And the result came after 2-3 months, when all of the good companies had gone. They left the placement drive, and only the mass recruiters were left. So either I had to join the mass recruiters, or I could prepare for GATE. So I decided that I will not go for the private companies, and now I will prepare for GATE, and I will start something of my own as well. That time also I started a company which was not going well. I gave like my 100% towards it, but sometimes conditions are not towards you, and that didn't go well. and we were having a website actually, and that time only I thought that I will do something which would be my own. And then I prepared for GATE so that I will get much time for something that I can prepare for myself. And I prepared for GATE, gave GATE, and then I joined DTU in signal processing and digital design branch.
So how did this idea of preparing for GATE and then starting something of your own came along? Because preparing for GATE is also a big deal, right? In India, if you see, GATE is also, it's a tough exam, and then preparing for GATE and then giving the exam, and then at the same time in the back of your mind you were thinking of starting your own, and you must have given some time regarding, right? So how did you manage this thing, like preparing for GATE and then thinking for this at the same time?
Okay, actually, this the whole thing was happening because of my background. I am from a business family. Everything in my everyone in my home is related to the business background, and because they were from business background, I had this thing in my mind that businesses are always good. So whenever you are doing something in your business, you are making progress for your own. If you are doing a job, that thing you are doing for someone else, if you are doing your best also, if you are getting something in your resume also, that then also anyone else is getting benefited from your work. Even you are getting benefited, if you are getting benefited 2%, then the company is getting benefited 10%. So that thing was always in my mind, and that inspired me actually that I should start something which I will be having. And that for that actually I needed time, and if I would have joined a company I would never get this time. That's why I decided to join MTech, and that's why actually I prepared my best for the GATE. This was the motivation that if in future I have to do something, that should be for myself only. And still I am in my that stage where I have to do a lot of efforts. Is the struggling stage, I can say. It's not a complete, I can say, the growth stage. It's still the struggling stage I am in.
Okay. So this was the main motivation, like from the family thing you were having, right? Because that's very important, because nobody would be thinking of starting their own just after BTech. It's little difficult to take that decision, because you also know that the risk factor is there, right? Because you have studied, you might be getting a very decent job, and why to take so much of risk? So that part was very interesting. So how was your experience at DTU in the MTech? Like how would you tell us about your, like, the teachers, tell us about the experience at this college? So how would you describe that?
It was a government college, and
Mm.
the if I see from the teachers perspective, teachers are like the way teachers have to be in a government college. So yes, for from the teachers point of view, yes, it was just a government college and I was there just for a degree. And from my perspective, it was a nice experience, because that time I was evolving. I was from a girl, I was a girl with just a dream that I want to start something. I was evolving in this process. Every day I used to go to the library. At that time, I was just building up my knowledge. Every day from 9 to 5, I was there in the library and I was like studying about the various things. I prepared that time also. I prepared for UPSC. So
Okay.
so as to just build up my knowledge, so as to get a like greater understanding about the world and the other things around me. So that was a really good time, and I was having a fun time as well. I was having good friends over there. Obviously the labs were good, and other experiences like the placement experience was good over there. So overall I can say that was a phase where I was developing.
That's truly said, because yes, after VTech we got to know what exactly things are happening. So there was the place where MTech made you evolve, make you, like, get to know more things about
True.
the possibilities, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
after MTech, like once you did your MTech, so people generally, like your family, or not just family, your friends would be going for jobs for some MBAs, right? So how did you motivate yourself to start, like, to join in KIET institution? Like, you must, like, there was some kind of peer pressure. Generally, what I have seen students, even in my time also, there is some kind of peer pressure. Like, people are doing jobs in some companies in the corporate sector, right? And you are going to start something up. So how did you kept that track of yourself to do something differently even after MTech? Like, you are having a second degree, right? So you are much more resourceful to the industry. So how did you kept this in mind?
Right. So I told you my background was a business background. So that thing was always in my mind that I have to use some knowledge in my business. So when I joined MTech also, my only motive was to gain knowledge, and that was the reason I was in library from 9 to 5. I was gaining knowledge. Now it was the time to apply that knowledge. And the main thing, anyone, not me, not just you, anyone can get motivated is by helping others. So when this offer came, when this company came, KIIT group of institution came in DTU, so that time I thought that this is a good opportunity, because if I will join any company, I will have to give a lot of time. Whereas in a teaching job, you get enough time to work upon yourself. And if I will be having some side hustle as well, I can work upon it very very much. Like if I will be joining a company, it would be very difficult for me. I had seen my BTech friends who had joined companies in BTech. I had seen some of the friends who had joined some trainings. So I had seen that what kind of work they are doing and how much time they are getting for themselves. I actually didn't want this thing. I wanted to contribute something in the society. I want to start something of my own. And then I decided to join KIIT, because I this was not my decision. Actually, my decision was to sit in the placement for KIIT.
Mm.
So I sat in the placement, just thinking that I will get enough time to work upon me, to have something for the society, for the people.
That's true. Because that's what I was thinking. Going for this particular stream after MTech was a little difficult decision for you as well, right? Because even after 2 or 3 opportunities, you would be landing in some very good opportunity, but still you kept this track. Okay. So tell us about your this KIT institution, how this functions, because very few people would be knowing about it, right? So I just wanted to know about how you are, what's your role there, right? And what the company is planning, what is the main motivation of that company, right?
Okay. So KIIT is it's a college in NCR. It's around
Okay.
Ghaziabad, and
Mm-hmm.
it was actually established in around 1998. That time it had only around 180 students, and now it is having 6,000 plus students,
Okay.
and
Okay.
around 300 faculties are there.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also working over there as a assistant head e-learning division. So this is a very good college if you want to join as an assistant professor, because if you see other colleges in Delhi, first thing, they are either engineering colleges or pharmacy colleges. They are separate colleges. And there is no other institution which is providing all of the degrees. It is providing like BTech, MTech, MBA, BCA, MCA, pharmacy. A lot of degrees are there. I already told you 6,000 plus students are there. So, and if the system is very much the system is good over there. Like if you are there as a teacher, as a professor, if you are in a Delhi college, or if you are in another college, so that time system is not developed there, because they started 1998. The system is good, and as compared to the other colleges. So yes, and apart from that, students over there, they are coming from various background from all over the India, and I feel the level of the students is good. The competitiveness, because I was from a government college, I never saw that competitiveness. I never saw classes going on like that. And there, when I went there, I saw what kind of competitiveness students were having, and how eager they were to learn in the class, how eager they were to work with you on the projects. So yes, students, the system over there, every time they motivated me as an individual also. I can say I started this channel because of their support. They gave me their studio initially. I was not having
Okay.
any studio at my home. They gave me studio. They gave me enough time. Now they made me assistant head e-learning. So they are doing things for the people who are doing things for them. So this is the reason I can say this is a good institution to join at a beginning level.
Okay, okay. Basically, this was something which very few people would be knowing, but after listening to you in this interview, I think they would be researching, because the way you have said about the students, about the way they are working, about the way they help you in growing, right? So this way, I think many of the students who are just completed their bachelor's or master's, they might be going for that particular institution. Okay. So tell us about your channel. Like, so you were teaching there, right? So how did you decide to just go to this digital level? Like, because likely we have seen that in the past 2 years, because of the pandemic, things are going more in a digital manner, right? So how did you manage to manage your YouTube channel along with in your institution you were also teaching? So because maintaining a YouTube channel is also not very easy thing, because you need to regularly upload videos, look for the doubts of the students, and because since it is a technical aspect, right? It's not suppose you are just giving any information. Like whatever you are saying, people will be having doubts. You need to resolve them also. So how did you manage this along with working at your AIET?
Okay, so the first question was how I started this channel.
Hmm.
So actually what happened when I went to the college, we joined late. Every subject was distributed apart from some basic subjects like the antenna and wave propagation and other subjects. So I was allotted an antenna and wave propagation because other subjects were already gone. There
Okay.
was no option. I joined late in the college,
Okay.
and there was no option because here also
Hmm.
I was busy in my thesis and all. So I had to join late. So yes, I got antenna and wave propagation, and I was from signal processing background. I didn't
Okay.
know anything about antenna and wave propagation. I had to start studying from the basics, and when I studied this subject again, like at the level when I had to teach it to the students,
Yeah.
so that time I realized this is a difficult subject. If a BTech student is there and he will be it would be very difficult for him to understand this subject if we are just going and making representations on the board only. So in my first class itself, what happened when I was teaching this introduction about the history and the Maxwell's equation, because we start from the Maxwell's equation when we tell about the antenna and wave propagation, which itself is a difficult part. So one of the students, when I was getting out of the classroom, one student was like, I am going to fail this subject. So I felt that yes, I need to do something extra
Yeah.
so that student will feel that yes, this subject is also in their reach and they can get good marks in this subject. So what I did, I tried finding out the things, so that like I gave them quizzes, I gave them some assignments, I gave them some PPTs, but everything was not working at all. People were thinking that I am a strict person, I am going to give them assignments, quizzes. So that was not working at all. PPTs no one want to see.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I realized that when I was a BTech student, when I was even in MTech, the difficult topics I used to search on YouTube. So
Hmm.
here also, I decided to make an animation, because the basic things, Maxwell's equation, basically how the radiations are coming out from the antenna, that if they can see with the help of an animation, it would be really good for them. And I searched on YouTube, there was not a good animation on this subject. So I decided to make the animations. Now the question was, who will make the animations for me?
Hmm.
So I approached, I had the orientation program when I joined this institution. So that time they told us that they have a central lab where they help us like in making all the PPTs, posters and animations for the students. So I went to the central lab, and the head over there, he helped me out. He provided the person who made the animation to me, and the person also helped me out. He made the animation. It took me around like 15 days for the first
Okay.
video which came. So for first video we worked around 15 days from like 9 to 5. I just had the one lecture or two lecture every day. So apart from that, every time I used to be in the central lab, I used to make the animations. So I was also new. I was learning a lot of things. I was very curious about this thing, that how videos are made, how green screen is working. Everything I was very curiously observing there. So he also told me, the person who was making animation, he also told me that another person is also there in the college, another faculty. He was having around that time 50,000 subscribers, and
Okay.
he can help out if I want to work in this field. If I want to make more videos, I can contact him. And he was making videos mostly on the whiteboard and at his
Okay.
home. So he said that you will not to have run here and there during the college
Hmm.
time, and you can make the
Hmm.
setup with the help of sir, and you can contact him. I contacted him, and sir was very eager. He
Yes,
helped
yes.
me out. He told me everything. Whenever we used to meet at any functions, at any events, any fest, so we used to meet and in auditorium or
Hmm.
any place. He used to tell me that you can make your studio like that. You
Hmm.
just need lights, you just need this, you just need that. So everything he told me, and I like bought the things and I made a studio at my home. So now,
Okay.
from the first animation to the first whiteboard also, I took around 15 days. So
Okay.
after making the first video lecture on whiteboard, I again went to sir. I
Hmm.
showed it to him. He was like, it is bad, but still you can work upon it and you will improve. Everyone is having the first video which is very bad. I also had the camera
Hmm.
fear. Now I'm
Definitely.
speaking.
Hmm. Hmm.
Initially I was not able to speak. I had a lot of cuts during my videos. I was very naive. So sir told me, just keep on working. Practice will make you perfect, and just give your best. Work hard, and at least before this semester, try to complete this subject, because this is a
Hmm.
hard subject. Student at the end, they have to revise.
Yeah.
I got this
Hmm.
idea. He told me that he's making video for entire subject. I also
Okay.
thought the same, that I will make video for entire subject, not
Okay.
just the separate videos for the
Hmm.
only difficult
Hmm.
topics.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
made the videos. I started video on the whiteboard at my home, and in college I used to edit. I had enough free time over there when I was not having the lectures that time, or in my lunch break or any other time, because the lectures are around 1 to 2 when you are in teaching. So
Hmm.
you will get enough free time. I used to get editing in the college, and then I record at my home. So I
Okay.
recorded around 40 plus video lectures for the first subject in initial 6 months. And it got a good response, because
Hmm.
obviously the subject was difficult. People were searching, and only the
Yeah.
NPTEL video lectures were
Hmm.
present. NPTEL, any average student cannot understand those. So people were watching my videos. I was getting feedback. Initially, what else is required? Feedback,
Hmm.
views, everything I was getting. Students were giving me the blessings that you made me pass and all. So that
Hmm.
was the only
Yeah.
exam that was offline. After that,
Okay.
every exam is online, and this was
Okay.
the reason I was not getting much of the subscribers, like the
Hmm.
content I am having.
Hmm.
So yes, I am working after that. After that, I got that much encouragement that I will now work hard and hard, and I will give like more videos every day. I am working for this, right? So this was actually the
Okay.
full journey that I had.
Okay, because the way you said, like, Antina, I also like heard the basics. It's a quite tough subject, and the way you brought the concept of animation, because when you are things you are making it a much more easy way, like animation, or suppose like the way you say on whiteboard, things get easy. So even tough subjects get into easy, because as you said, NPTEL videos are very like you need a lot of focus, a lot of like prerequisite understanding to get through the concept. But the way you are saying, like from the basics, from the for the entire subject, because this is also I've seen that there are many channels that focus on important topics, but it's like not that everybody has having difficulty in those topics only. So it's fine that you did it for all the like topics. So as you
Yeah,
see, like we have,
and
You can continue.
And one more thing I did actually, when I saw the NPTEL lectures, the duration was longer. It was like 45, 60-minute lectures. So I felt I also used to get bored during the lectures. I cannot retain my concentration for 45 to 60 minutes, even though it would be the morning time. I would be in the best of my senses. Then also I cannot retain my concentration for 45 minutes to 1 hour. So I decided that every lecture I will make, it would be compact. It would be around 15 minutes to 20 minutes or lesser than that. So that students will get connected to it and there would not be any difficulty for average student as well.
This was something very important, like because long videos tend to make you boring. Anyone who is teaching you for 1 hour will be like, even if it is very interactive, very interesting, still things get boring. But short videos, people can even look in breaks, or suppose after, like before, between two different subjects, they can look for a particular topic. So as you
Yes,
can see, like
yes.
we have channels like these a lot. Like they are starting, many students are going in this field. So how would you motivate other students to make learning series, learning channels? Because people, they are very much initially, they are very kind of demotivated, like who would be coming, or there won't be much of the audience, there won't be much of the subscribers. So how would you motivate other students who are going in this field of starting YouTube channel or starting some blog on technical aspects? So what is your tips for them? How should they start? How should they keep the audience with them?
Okay, so in the beginning, you must not look at your views. First of all, you must not look at the earnings, because when you are starting something, if you are starting a business also, you are putting so much resources into it. You are putting money, you are buying some place, you are buying some things to sell out, right? So you are putting money, you are putting then your time, you are putting then your efforts, right? Then you are doing the marketing, then this business might run or might not run. But here you have one advantage, that you are not putting much of the money, you are not renting any space, you are not buying the things to sell out, even you are not putting much of your efforts over here, right? So you are not wasting much of the time, you are just making one video per day, if you are going with my strategy, right? So here all of the advantages are there, but only one disadvantage is there, that when you start, the growth is slow. But the growth is exponential. Initially you have to just think about the bigger picture. When you see the bigger picture, in the bigger picture you will see yourself as an influencer, or as a big person who will contribute something for the society. So the main goal, if it is money, obviously initially it would be very difficult for you. My main goal was not money at all initially, because I just wanted something which I can call it is my own. If I will leave everything, I will have something which I can work
Exactly.
upon. That thing was my goal initially, and I did everything for this goal only. I was not seeing the views, I was not seeing the money I was getting initially. You will not get money also. So my tip would be, just try to be consistent, just try to do your bit as much as possible, try to do your work as much as you can, and just think that if you are doing something, you are getting that much content at the end of the day. If you are sleeping with a smile on your face, that yes, I have done something for the society, and someone will see my video and he might get benefited with it, he might clear his exam, or he might be blessing me. So that smile, if you are getting at the end of the day, that is priceless initially. So after that, you, of course, because this is a platform where everyone is there, all of the recruiters are there, company are there, so people might be seeing your videos when you are going for any recruitment. So people might be knowing you in advance also, if you are working in the technical domain. So it would be better in long term. You will be getting some extra work as well, you will be getting some freelancing work as well.
Definitely.
So obviously in a long run it would be a very big thing, but if you see shorter picture, in shorter picture it will be giving you the motivation, it will be giving you the blessings, it will be giving you that smile on your face when you are sleeping. So all are positive. So why you cannot work for it? You have to work for it, everyone has to work for it. If he is a student, He can get recruiters, he can get a fame, he can get he can become an influencer, and he can get money also at a long run. And
Definitely.
if he's an educator, the main goal of us is to help people, to serve for the nation. So that also you are doing. So every win-win situation is there. You should work for it.
That's truly said, because as you said, that smile, that blessing, I think it's definitely priceless. Because at the end of the day, if you are happy about your work, if you are happy that one of the students would be passing because of your 30 minutes of time, so that cannot like compensate any value of our money or something like that. So that's a very
True.
well said answer. Yeah. Okay. So you have been working at KIT for I think 1.52 years, right? So did this thought came into your mind of going to some other like there are many other coaching, there are many other teaching academies, right? There are Maven Silicon is there, and academies there, a lot of them are there. So how did you kept yourself with this, and how what would you advise for others? Like what's your stance on this?
Actually, it is like around 3 years I'm working
Okay.
there. And so it was, I can say, the support from that side. Even during COVID, they supported everyone, not just me, everyone. They supported. And when the teaching was not getting a good response from the student, from the college part also, they were not getting good response during the COVID time. These people were there at our back, they were supporting us. So that thing a person needs the most, right? The second thing, why I didn't join any coaching institute. An academy contacted me, and
Okay.
other companies also contacted me. Not saying the names, but yes, the problem with them is that they expect you to give money to them. They expect you to be their marketing agent. So they expect you to get them the referrals and all. So that thing I was not interested in, because here, if I am in this industry, I am here because of the respect we are getting here, because in the college you are getting that much respect, that is priceless, right? When you are giving students, you also know what happens in the college, how much the teacher is teaching in the college. But on the other hand, if you used to get a teacher who's doing everything for you,
Definitely.
if you are going to him and he's solving every problem, so you will be liking that teacher, you will be giving respect to that teacher. On the other hand, if you are in an academy, let's suppose you are in Made Easy, you are in an academy or any other coaching institute for that matter. So what will happen, you will be having in back of your mind that this person is there just for the money,
Definitely.
right? He's just asking over here for the money. For 1 hour lecture he must be charging too much money, and I am giving that money to him, and I'm selling, I am buying this thing from him.
Definitely.
On the other hand, in college, the students have respect for you. Student, if you are giving them knowledge, they will respect you, because they know they are getting the degree, they are not paying extra apart from the degree for just the information. In coaching, they are taking like
Very
huge
money.
money from the
Yes.
students for the information. So you are just in a it's just a business kind of thing, and the students are your customers there.
Yes.
I didn't want to be in that customer thing, right? So I wanted something where I will get respect, where I can be myself, where I can teach the students what actually I want to teach, rather than just showing them off that yes, this thing is this just for money. People do that, right? People join coaching because they are getting good money over there. I didn't want to do that, right? So yes, an academy gives you good money. An academy will at the initial level, they will see that this person is going good, this person is having good experience, he can speak well, and is having good connection in the college also. So because I am having 6,000 around students in the college, they could get better subscriptions with me. So this is the reason they approached me. But the problem with me is that I cannot go in the class and I cannot say that this is my code, use that code and purchase my course. I can never do that. Even most of the courses that I am giving to the students, these are completely free. So I cannot sell the courses. the knowledge should be free.
Basically, like what you said, you are more interested in giving the knowledge and not the business part. Like the place where you are at, that is focusing on giving knowledge, right? But yes, when you join any other thing, they would be focusing more on, they would be marketing you basically, like use my referral or use this course and they get 20% discount. So yes, that I understand, because they have a different marketing strategy. They are not we all know that coaching industries or even the online tech and tech, they are doing well, but still we know like this is all a part of business only, a very big business. So that's truly said, like what you conveyed, like about the skills remaining here itself. Okay. Oh, actually, Vaishali, I got to know that you have an app also on e-learning. So where did this idea of app came to you? Because you already had this channel, right? So how did you manage with this app thing, and how did you start? Did you hire someone else to develop this app, or what was the main idea behind this?
Okay, so actually the problem with YouTube is that if a person is watching your video, a lot of ads will come in, right? He might get distracted. Students will get distracted if they are seeing another video as an ad. So they can watch the trailer, or they can move to another video also, like entertainment video in between your lecture. This was the problem with YouTube. And also one more problem was there, that the students were not able to get the notes. I used to give them notes through the Google Drive. This was not a good method to give them the notes, because this was not organized at all, right? I made this organized like up to the level I can, but I was not able to organize it in a much greater way. Plus we cannot give them the test series, we cannot give them full-fledged books. So a lot of things were missing when I'm just sticking to one platform, that was YouTube. Obviously YouTube is my primary platform. Now I have started working on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. I have a team also now working with me. So our team was connected by a company which is known as Class Plus. So Class Plus is giving the facility to provide apps to the teachers who are working on YouTube. So they gave us all of the features. They told us that yes, you can get give the students notes, test series, books, everything, and the also videos without ads on this platform. So now they made this app, and yes, they charged. The charges was not very high, so they gave us discounts, and we made the app with the help of Class Plus. So now the problem arise was that we had a huge content and we had to put it on the app. So yes, my team helped me out. Everyone worked so hard before the launching. We uploaded every video. We made a mini library. We made a notes course where we had like around 600 notes available there. We arranged notes from everywhere, from where I can arrange, from my colleagues, from other students, from everywhere I could arrange notes. I put it there so that students can get benefited. So the idea was very simple, that student will stick to one platform. They will watch the videos which are uploaded on the app without the ads, so that first of all their time is very costly and they should not waste their times. Second thing, they will get at the same place. They don't have to switch to Google Drive or some other platform. They will get the notes, they will get the books, they will get the PPTs, and they will get the questions, previous year questions. So everything they will get on the same platform. Plus I can conduct the live lectures also for these students who are enrolling there. So we conduct live lectures for them, and now we have some students who are working in US, UK, some Canada students are also there. So they connect with us. Initially, previously, when we were just on the YouTube, we never thought that the students can connect with us and we can give them live lectures. So every day we have some live lectures for them. So this platform again becomes really important when you are in this field. So after a certain level, you have to switch to the apps also. It becomes really crucial.
Okay, so I believe app was, I think, mainly because see this part, I think that the ad part. That's very important because this is generally problem with anyone. Even with me, I'm seeing any technical video and then there is some smartphone or some traveling video. People get distracted. So that's a very good thing that you thought of the students because that keeps your focus in one direction. Right, right.
Yes, and
So
I cannot remove the ads from the YouTube because,
definitely you cannot.
see, I have a team which is working with me. So if I do everything for free, so everyone, I can work, but everyone will not be working, and
Definitely.
everyone needs the money motivation. So I cannot remove the ads altogether. I cannot make the join button also on the YouTube because I want to give the content for everyone, right? So the only in between middle solution was that I cannot put the join button. I will make an app where we can make some courses, and the courses price are very minimal. Like we just take the prices like 300, 200 for
Okay.
the full course,
So
and you
okay.
can watch all of the videos at free, plus you will get books, notes,
Okay.
test series, previous year question paper, everything. So it is, I guess it is very
Definitely.
economical. If you are going to any coaching, they are charging you
Mm-hmm.
lakhs and lakhs of rupees.
Mm-hmm.
So this was just a thing from our side, and also Class Plus helped us a lot in this thing.
Because this is a very good initiative, right? So the app part was very interesting. So one general question, like since you're from the EC background, so it's related to EC. Like you must have seen that many of your BTech colleagues or your like BTech friends or even MTech people in EC, they do not have much scope. They think that we should start coding. There isn't much of scope in EC, right? Like they from the second year you would have seen people going for coding because there are so many companies. So how would you like give motivate those students who are currently in their BTech first second year, okay, or they're in the third year and they are confused between the hardware and the software sector? Like how would you motivate them to if you have interest in electronics, if you have interest in digital design, if you have interest in signal processing, you should stay in this field because this field actually has some scope, right? So how would you motivate them?
Okay, so see, yes, everyone knows that we have very less companies of EC in India. And I will relate it to this YouTube thing which happened to me. So initially, everyone said to me that don't go for YouTube. If you are a professor, you should not teach on YouTube. It will make your standards low. People will think that she is on YouTube and all. And don't give everything for free. And a lot of people said that when you will be on YouTube, people will not accept you in the this offline classes as a teacher. So everyone had different opinions, right? So I started this thing in between all of the negativity that it will
Okay.
fail. People just want
Hmm.
to see entertainment related things on YouTube. They don't want to stick to studies on YouTube. कौन देखता है studies? ये सब. So
Definitely.
everyone was saying me all the negative things. But at the end, because I like doing it, I was getting that kick from the first video on which we were devoting 15 days. We had devoted on the first video. That video, when it was launched, I got the kick that yes, this is a very good thing. I have done something for the students
Okay.
today. I have done something beneficial for the students. So if that was giving me happiness, anyone was saying anything, it doesn't matter to me, right? So in the same scenario, if you are liking EC, if you want to do EC, let's suppose you want to do the digital designing, and everyone is saying that there is no scope, companies are not there in India, or they are taking people from the IITs and IITs
Hmm.
only. So no, it doesn't happen like that. People are starting in the VLSI domain from very small packages also, and they are reaching, they are reaching to a very high packages. I have seen my students how they had started, and from KIT, people had moved to Amazon also. Previously, in the
Okay.
last year, we had 5 students moving to Amazon. So it doesn't happen that in that 5 students from KIT, they had 5 branches for CS and IT, and only one branch is there for EC. But two students were there from EC who got selected from for Amazon. So this
Okay.
is the reason that if you are good in your part, you will definitely be hired.
Hmm.
So just one thing is required. If you are in any field, I was there on YouTube. Only one thing was required. I was being consistent. I was doing hard work. So if you are being consistent with your studies, if you are doing hard work, you will get opportunities either in India or in abroad. So now one more factor is there, which I say to every of my student when they ask me that, ma'am, will be able to get the placement or not? We are EC student. Is that a lagging factor for us or not? So I always say to them that if you see surrounding to us, we have 5 branches where we have CS and IT students. We have only one branch where we have EC students. If I see all over India, the scenario is same. CS and IT branches are much more as compared to the EC branches. And the companies are fixed, right? So companies are not growing with the rate. Students are growing in the engineering colleges. So the recession, when it will come, it will not affect you when you are good in your part. So
Definitely.
if you are truly like EC, if you are truly passionate a student of EC, so you will get good company, very good company really soon. If not today, if not like a month later, maybe after 6 months, you will definitely get it. And obviously the future is very bright. If you see the robotics industry, if you see artificial intelligence, we are the students which are pro in robotics, plus we can do artificial intelligence as well. So EC student is actually, he's the intermediate between CS and electrical. So we are the person who can combine, or we can club the technologies, and that would be the future actually. So when you see the future, it's the future of combining the different
Yeah, yeah.
streams, and which you can really do. So it's your advantage to be in the EC stream, and always and always consider yourself superior, and you will definitely be the best in your field.
That's very well said, because that's what I whenever anyone junior asks me also what's the scope, what's the thing. This is what I say, that this is something that is such a growing field, and if you are very good in this field, then nobody can stop you even if something bad happens in future. So that's very important thing to say. Okay, so how conclude, do you have anything which I missed, which I should know about you, or कुछ ऐसा आपको लग रहा है जो I missed it, so I will
Future
just
plans.
फ्यूचर प्लान एक पूछ लेते हैं, मतलब एनीथिंग अबाउट दिस, चैनल कवर किया, ऐप कर लिया, KIT किया, एकेडमी कर लिया, ठीक है, और तो भी फ्यूचर प्लान एंड कंक्लूड, ठीक है, और अगर आपको मतलब इफ यू वांट टू ऐड एनीथिंग यू कैन जस्ट लेट मी नो, मतलब ऐसे तो आई थिंक
नहीं,
कवर करा
ऑलमोस्ट मैंने इतना सारा बोल दिया है.
अरे नहीं नहीं, इट्स ओके ठीक है, ओके. So Vaishali, what are your future plans? Like you did your bachelor's, you did your master's, you are at a very good place, making a lot of students learn a lot of things. So what is your plan for future? Like remaining in this academic field, or going to some other, exploring some other things also, right? So what's your say on that?
Okay, so as of now, my channel is going good. We are working on the channel. I told you we have a team, and we are working with our best of efforts to provide free of cost content, to provide good content on our app as well. Additionally, now we have started working on Instagram and also on LinkedIn, so as to provide students with the motivational quotes, because every student, what he's lacking upon consistency and motivation. So the additional thing we are trying to put into the students' life, the best we can help them out is we are doing. Plus, so the next thing is that we are providing everything free of cost. So we want to reach to a wider audience. See,
Excellent.
a lot of people in the world are not having good access to good education. So we want to provide this education to each one of the student everywhere in the world where the person cannot afford this education. So if a person is there who is not able to go to engineering college, he can go to our channel, he can watch the subject from the first lecture up to the 100th lecture. We have around 100 lectures for each of the subjects that we are making. Now we are starting working for the basics of the sciences as well, because some of the students are that much lagging in the part that they cannot work on the basics of the science. So they need to understand the basics of the scientific concepts also. For that, we are working now from the basics of physics, basics of chemistry, basics of biology as well, so that students who are from the weak background, they can get to know about basics of science. They can move to the engineering subjects. Obviously, we are trying to cover all of the engineering subjects, and some students asked us that English they are lacking upon, so we are trying to convert some of the lectures in Hindi as well. So that is the thing which require a great efforts from my side, because yes, if you have made some lecture in English, remaking it in Hindi will require a lot of effort. But we are trying our best. 2-3 playlists are already available, and we will try to cover in future as much as we can. And in our app also, we will try to give as much content as possible. We will try to build up our mini library. We will try to give more notes to the students. We will try to cover all other subjects which we haven't covered till now.
It's a very good. I would request all the students who are listening to this to check out the channel. We'll put the link in the chat section. So do look at it, because the way you are saying, because the way you have adapted, like the Hindi part you're saying, because I have also seen like there are many students which I have seen they struggle a little bit in English understanding, because see, since this is a technical subject, right? So if someone can explain better in their like the language which we understand easily, so that's even more better. It's more easy to understand, right? Okay. So as a concluding point, I just wanted to ask, like, what is your final tips for an EC undergraduate or graduate, right? Because you also knowing like there are a lot of students in this field. So how would you motivate them to stay in this field and like grow?
Okay. So students, if you are in this field, I already told you, you have an add-on advantage. You can connect with the different streams, and also you have many opportunity. If you see abroad, you have many opportunities. And again, if you want to come and join the education sector, this sector will always be available for you. If you are not trying to switch into the companies, you will always have this education sector. You can start your coaching, you can join any university, or you can join any coaching even. So if you are an EC student, there are numerous opportunities. Even you can start your companies. A lot of my friends, my BTech friends, are running their own companies. Like you can start your companies. Startups are there. Some startups are there with the very basic ideas. Like you can make some toys for the kids. You can start with some of the basic things that can help the society, right? So if you are working like that, like COVID has erupted everyone's life, and if you are making something, some device that can be beneficial for the humankind during COVID, no one can stop you being billionaire. So we all have heard that this Dolo medicine was the best selling medicine previously, and the owners were now billionaire in a very short span of time. Similarly, we all know artificial intelligence, we all know basic electronics. We can make the basic devices. Like this oximeter was very popular previously. So we can make the basic devices. We can start our companies. We can work with the various people surrounding us. We can provide jobs to the people even. So you are at the position where you can become a billionaire. So if you are in this field, if you are thinking like that, if you want to just contribute to the society, if you are seeing some problem in the society, if you have some solution related to your field, you can start a company, you can help the society, you can help the people, and also you can earn, you can provide the job. So what is stopping you guys to be that? So be a billionaire if you are in EC.
That's very well said, because the way you are saying that make this opportunity, like for the past 2 years, everything which is unique and helping people, it has like drastically changed the lives of people, right? So that's a very well said answer. Okay, so I think thank you for coming to this platform and sharing your knowledge about your a channel about your institution, because I think a lot of students would be getting insightful about these things, and they would it would be helping for them in the future. So thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I hope the students will get motivated and they will start learning, they will start implementing as well. Thank you so much once again.